Yep.
Hello. Okay, now we have two things that we are going to have to agree on. I am sorry I do not speak Cantonese. I apologize. I am Irish, okay? And Irish people speak very, very quickly. I know, it's bad, okay? It's English and I speak quickly. So, Freddie, we're going to make an agreement. If I speak too quickly, you're going to come up and smack me on the head, okay?
Yes.
Okay, so this is Freddie's job. Now, Freddie, you have a second job. When I'm talking for too much, will you tell me to stop and I'm going to sit down? We're going to be sort of like doing a duet, me and Freddie, okay? We'll sing along together. So, my job today is to encourage you to be a bit dangerous. Dangerous is always a word that we think is a bad word, but it's not a bad word. Being dangerous in the way I'm going to talk about it is, I want you to think about what you really, really want to do, or what you really want to be. And I'm going to convince you in the next 30 minutes that you can be what you want to be. I also want you to really think about it. It's not what we can't do, but it's what we can do. It's this here up in our heads. It's our attitude and it's our minds that are the things that are going to make us be the best that we can be. It's not whether our eyes work or our legs work, whether we're beautiful, whether we're amazing. Every single one of us is amazing. And at times, all of us worry we're not good enough, or we can't, or you just don't understand how scared I am. My story will show you I felt all of those things, and I've been told no more times than I care to remember. And I've been told, no, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't. But I learned, because of a strange dream that I had, that you absolutely can. And I want to challenge you today to think about, what do you, just you, want to do with your one wild, precious, fabulous life? You are the greatest energy source that Hong Kong has right now. You are it. Not all your business leaders, not all the people who are making lots of money, not all your governments, you. You, with all of your energy, with all of your ideas, with all of the things that you think and you hope you can be, you are the future of here, but most importantly, you get to determine your own life. And so often, particularly when we're young, we're always being told, no, you can't. That's not the way to do it. This is the only way to do it. This is the only way to be successful. It's not. There are so many ways to live successfully and happily. And I thought for a long time that to be successful, I had to be perfect. That I had to be this perfect person doing the perfect thing in one way. And I am not perfect. I'm actually very far from being perfect. So I want you to think, as I'm talking just through, I want you to think of one dream, one thing that you want to do with your one wild, precious, fabulous life. And you don't have to tell anybody, but I want you to think about it. I want you, if you have a pen and paper, to write it down now. What do you really want to do? So I am now 38 years old. I look old, the lines on my face. Irish people are not as beautiful looking as people from Hong Kong. We look older a lot quicker. Nothing is more beautiful. But I can also tell you why you are really beautiful to me. Because I am, as Freddie would have said, legally blind. Do I look blind? No. What do you think blind looks like? Kind of strange, isn't it? So I don't look blind, but what I can see is my hand. I don't know how many of you are in this room. I don't know how many boys or girls. I think there's more girls in the room because the girls smell better. Okay? And if there's any boys in the room, I'm a big George Clooney fan, so all the boys look like George Clooney. You're all very handsome. I don't know, who's a really good-looking Hong Kong boy? Is there a really good-looking Hong Kong boy? Freddie! Oh, you all look like Freddie. Freddie, you're so handsome. The further I walk away from Freddie, the more handsome he gets. Sorry, Freddie, you are very handsome. When I want to look good, I stand very close to the mirror. So I have a very strange life, because when I was 3.5, and I'm the eldest of a family of 3, and I was born in 1971 with this eye condition called ocular albinism, which means I'm blind. My parents were very unusual. And just before I started school, at the age of 3.5, my mum and dad decided, we're not going to tell Caroline she can't see. They gave me a pair of glasses with clear glass. They put them on my face, and they sent me to school. So I was a 3.5-year-old girl who couldn't see anybody, but thought she could see everybody. We all know what it's like on our first day of school. It's not very easy, right? But when you can't see people, and you think you can see people, it's kind of strange. For all of my childhood in school, I thought I could see exactly the same as anybody else who wore glasses. And a lot of people say to me, how did you survive in school if you can't see? And did you not know that you were different? Well, yes, there were times I definitely knew I was different. Nobody wanted to play tennis with me. I was always the last child to be picked on a team for playing hockey, because she's really bad. Because you know when they teach you hockey or tennis or whatever, they say, keep your eye on the ball. So this is me. And I would hit air. And I would try so hard to be so good, and I was so bad. And the other thing I knew when I could find it difficult is, you know when you start going to discos and dancing, you know, when you're a teenager? And I used to say to my friends, when the boys would come up and ask you to dance, I'd say, is he good looking? And my friends would go, yes, he's so good looking. And when we were young in Ireland, we don't do a lot of talking before we kissing. And when I was kissing, I was like, he's not good looking at all, because he was right up here. The other thing is the really simple thing of going to the toilet. Now, this is a strange thing. You know the difference between a lady's toilet and a gent's toilet is a triangle. Okay, think about that on the door. That's really difficult to see. And for some reason, I have a fantastic sense of smell, but I always end up in the gents' toilets. I don't know what that is. Simple things like fashion. I don't wear makeup because I can't see it to put it on my face. I kind of think I'm stylish, but I can't really see. Buying clothes, reading books. But I got through that completely. So I asked you one question, what do you really want to be? And this question was put to me when I was very young. And I have a wild, adventurous streak in me because of my MaD parents.